When a personal injury case is settled for a Medicare beneficiary, a Medicare set-aside, or MSA, may be implemented. Once the decision is made to utilize an MSA, the question becomes how will it be administered? MSA administration guidelines issued by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, or CMS, require that the funds only be used to pay for future injury-related Medicare-covered medical expenses. CMS specifies that the set-aside funds should be placed in an interest-bearing account and may be either professionally administered or self-administered. For most injury victims, administering their own set-aside can be a daunting task because they must determine what is Medicare covered, pay the right amount for the Medicare covered service, and keep records of all of their expenditures. Professional administration is a much better alternative for larger set-asides. The question becomes, who do you turn to for administration services for a Medicare set-aside when one will be utilized? How do you choose between providers? These aren't simple questions to answer. However, Synergy does have the answers and a solution to Medicare set-aside administration. Synergy's Medicare set-aside administration program is different because it employs a Medicare set-aside trust arrangement instead of a custodial agreement like most other professional administration programs. The custodial arrangements commonly used are contractual agreements and don't create the same level of fiduciary obligation on the part of the administrator as with a trust. One problem with a custodial setup is the protection afforded to the monies in the event of a bankruptcy of the set-aside custodian. Would the funds be lost? Would the funds be exposed to bankruptcy creditor claims? Before entering into a custodial arrangement, counsel for the injury victim should investigate the financial security of the custodian, status of bond or insurance on performance as custodian, whether the injury victim's MSA funds will be fully insured, past performance of investments, and whether there is any history of legal or financial problems related to set-aside administration. Because of the potential downsides to a custodial agreement, Synergy believes that a trust arrangement provides superior protections over a custodial arrangement. Accordingly, a better alternative is the use of Synergy's Medicare Set-Aside Trust, or MSAT agreement. Synergy's MSAT is a formal trust agreement administered by a corporate trustee and a separate professional Medicare set-aside administrator. With an MSAT, you get a trustee that has a fiduciary duty paired with a set-aside administrator who can handle the intricacies of managing set-aside funds and reporting to CMS. If the trustee or administrator can no longer perform their duties, a new trustee or administrator may be appointed, but the fiduciary obligations and creditor protections of the trust remain. Trusts are covered by state trust and fiduciary laws. Typically, custodians don't need any type of licensure, whereas trust companies or banks do, which is another layer of protection for the injury victim's funds.